Hello there, Leo. Thank you so much for stopping by for your tarot video forecast for the week of April 4th through the 10th. On Monday, what you have showing up is you have the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Cups in reverse is just somebody that you're going to be interacting with on Monday. For most of you, this is going to be a female. And basically, when I see her come up in reverse, this just means that she's kind of throwing a fit. Normally, she is pretty cool with her emotions, like she can feel her emotions and is very comfortable with that. She's comfortable with expressing her emotions, and she's comfortable with letting her emotions go and releasing them when the time is right. But when the Queen of Cups comes up in reverse like this is that same person, but she is feeling really triggered and really upset, and yeah, I'm just gonna say it. What I keep hearing is you want to stay out of her way on Monday. So for those of you who can stay out of her path, stay out of her way, that is the advice for Monday. For those of you who can't stay out of her path or stay out of her way, the best thing you can do is just be quiet, let her just calm down. She might have to work her way into calming down. But you really don't want to try to fight with her because that's just going to stir her up even more. Okay. Now, on Tuesday, what we have coming up is we do have the High Priestess in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse just tells me that basically you're going to be seeing red flags or green flags, actually. You could be seeing good signs or you could be seeing bad signs. Either way, I think you're taking whatever signs it is that you're getting, and you're especially about a certain situation or a certain person, and you're sweeping them under the rug. So like if there's somebody who has betrayed your trust, this could be you seeing good signs from them that actually they are doing well and they are doing things that you had hoped that they would do, but you're ignoring that because now you don't trust them. So now you're ignoring those good signs. This can also be somebody who does not want to see something going wrong, Leos, and seeing red flags and ignoring those red flags and sweeping them under the rug and just trying to tell yourself that everything is just fine. It's not just fine when you have to sweep those flags under the rug. It's also not fine when you're sweeping the green flags under the rug too. So either way, you're turning a blind eye to the situation as it is in reality. So you want to really be aware of that, especially on Tuesday, Leos. You want to stay grounded and you want to stay really in the right now and what's happening right now and stay grounded in the reality of the moment. Don't be living in the past. Don't be living in the future or what you hope for the future. Be in the now. Pay attention to those red flags. Pay attention to those green flags. You know, if you're getting green flags, celebrate them for Pete's sake. If you're getting red flags, deal with them immediately so that you don't have, you know, years and years of sweeping them under the rug and later on you're wondering, what did I do with all my time? What a waste. You know, either way, acknowledge those flags and deal with them is the advice that comes off of that card. Because right now, the way the energy is setting, I don't see you acknowledging or dealing with those flags either way, Leos. All right, let's move on. Wednesday, you guys have the Death card showing up. The Death card really is nothing more than transformation on a huge level. So this is your core values are actually being changed. You're looking at them and realizing, hey, this doesn't actually, this thing that I've been believing in since I was about 2, it's really not working for me. Every time I try to use this belief, it ends up backfiring or something's going wrong. Maybe this belief is not as correct and wonderful as I always thought it was. So then you start to replace those faulty beliefs with something that is more productive, more helpful, more beneficial, more happiness making for you. So that's what the Death card is all about, that type of core value transformation at a really deep level. So I do see you starting that. This is because it is major arcana. A lot of times this is a process. This is not going to be a one-day situation. So I see you starting into that process somewhere around Wednesday and just beginning that journey. Let's move on to Thursday. Thursday, you Leos have the Five of Swords showing up. And the Five of Swords just tells me there's some kind of conflict that you're dealing with on Thursday. Everybody in the picture is supposed to be working towards the same target or the same goal, and yet everybody sort of has their own egos and ideas and agendas about how to get to that target or goal. So this card says that you have the opportunity to get everybody on the same page. Once you do that, if you do that, then this project can move forward in a positive direction. If you don't do that, it's just a lot of wasted time, energy, and effort. So really important to get the project on the same page. Even if you're the first person that has to say, you know what, I really love my idea, but if nobody else loves it, then let's move the project forward with an idea that everybody can like, or at least most people can like, and kind of set that ego aside. If you have to be the first person to set the ego aside, if it means the project gets completed, isn't it worth it? Isn't it worth it? Okay, let's move on to Friday. You guys have the Three of Swords showing up. This is some kind of heartache. A lot of times this is a betrayal either by a friend or a loved one or a family member. So this is just not, it's actually like my least favorite card of all the upright cards. Ugh. It just talks about heartache. That's all I can say there. It's a pretty cut and dry thing. Let's move on to Saturday. Six of Coins showing up. This is telling me that you're going to be asking somebody for help on Saturday. And this can be financial help, but you could also be asking for somebody to help you with a project, or maybe for somebody to be a sounding board so that you could talk some things over and sort of work them out while you talk to them. This could be just needing a hug and asking somebody to give you a hug. Okay, so that's Saturday. And then Sunday, we have the Eight of Swords showing up. Eight of Swords is just telling me that on Sunday, you have some kind of situation where you're feeling a little bit stuck. And when you're in that stuck situation on Sunday, if you can remember that you're only stuck because of your own perspective, you've put a limitation on yourself here. That's what the Eight of Swords is all about. It's about us putting that limitation on ourselves that makes us feel stuck. And so if you can figure out a way to see this situation from a different perspective, then you can get yourself unstuck really quickly. But if you keep looking at it just through your eyes only, you're not going to be able to see the way out. So definitely try to get a new perspective. Pretend like you're talking to a neighbor and telling them the story and see what you think that neighbor would say. That might be enough to give you a new perspective. Another thing you might want to do is talk to somebody that's completely objective and actually have that conversation and see what their response is. Because where they are responding differently than you is going to give you a chance to see things in a new light, in a different way. Okay? So that is your week, Leos. Thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out, sharing, liking, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone have a fantastic day. I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out.